Yo.
Alright. Now,
You're-
let me hit the pinky on this.
Hit the pinky on it.
Yeah, it's on the thing.
Boom.
Are we going?
We rolling.
I'm gonna untangle my phone.
Okay.
What did it remind you of?
What?
You, was it Will Smith?
Will Smith?
Entanglement?
Entanglement. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Let me just go ahead and do this. Because look, bro, it took us, well, not to set up the shot, just even to get the microphones working.
Just to get every single thing working, it took
Look,
us a long while.
We are good right now.
Yeah, we're good.
Alright, so look, man, let's start, man. Start, Mr. Jeremy.
All right.
How you doing, sir?
I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Thank you so much for having me on.
Yeah, man. I mean, honestly, look, you're probably one of the, I guess, the best fits when it comes to the concept of this show, I suppose.
Really?
Because yeah, the whole idea is just like interesting people that I've met since I got back to Malaysia.
Thank
I was
you.
like, so I'm checking out the list. Like, okay, obviously I had a few people that they already like graduated and traveled back home.
Right.
I was like, okay, so I can't really get you on the podcast no more, unfortunately.
Yeah.
But I was like, I don't really have like as of right now, I don't have like a lack of interesting folks that I met. You know what I mean? So I was like, bro, I have to get you on, sir. You know what I'm
I
saying?
appreciate it. I'm glad to
Yeah.
be on here.
Yeah, man, it's all good. It's all good. So
Okay.
let's start with this question, man. So, how did we meet?
How did we meet?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Because you're not a like a student on campus.
I'm not. No.
Right.
So it goes back like quite far. So I'd say first we met through a mutual of ours. So for those listening out there, we have a mutual friend called Hassan. So we met through him because he was staying. Like he was basically a housemate of mine, and like I am currently working. So we just like one day Hassan brought you over, and then I guess we just started like to hit it off from there. Yeah.
That is what happened, huh?
Yeah, that is.
I was thinking
yeah.
like, did I meet you somewhere like on the podium level, like level 10?
I don't
was
think
like,
so.
Yeah, no, I don't think I've seen you around
yeah.
either. It's definitely. Hey, shout out to homie Hassan one time, bro.
Shout out to him.
He definitely is like, hey, bro, look, come to my place, play some chess, and then we'll see whatever else, right?
Yeah.
And then probably throughout that day, you
Throughout
probably
that day,
came
I
knocking
kind
on
of
the door,
just yeah, I
as
came
you do,
knocking,
as you do,
pretty
like
much,
that.
yeah.
I got
Like-
soap. Now I'm playing.
Hello.
Yeah. So hey man, it's cool. But see, okay, look. For anybody watching this or listening to this, is like, who is Jeremy, man? What do you do? Like, tell us something about yourself real quick.
Okay, so for those that don't know, my name is Jeremy. I am like in KL, kind of just figuring my way out through life. So I do a bunch of stuff. I have multiple hobbies and whatnot that I do, but currently, I guess for a living and career, I'm working in the gym industry, like sales and admin stuff. But like,
Wait, hold on, not to cut you off, but like
Okay.
you're already like selling yourself very short, bruh. You will probably like, how can I describe this?
okay,
Like, okay, look, I'm not sure how long you've been doing the whole DaVinci Resolve like editing thing, right?
right.
But from what I've seen from your clips, at least, like, bro, you're probably one of the most creative people I know.
Thank you.
So like, why you like, yeah, I do this job in the gym. Yeah, yes, you do. Of course, get your money up, no problem. But I'm saying like,
Yeah.
bro, I would rather like you start with the, I guess like the creative aspects of your work.
Right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Like, tell them what kind of content you make, for example.
Okay, so basically, I make short film content. So I have like ideas that I have in my head, and I've always like thought the music industry has been lacking when it comes to creative inputs and like, how do I say this, interpretations of the music. I feel like it falls flat, and especially in like if you guys listen to rap music, and if you listen to rap music as well, most of it is just like girls and like, you know, like flashy cars and houses and whatnot. So I
guns and drugs.
exactly, yeah. So I figured
played
like
out.
yeah, it is really like it is hella played out. So I figured, you know what, I kind of want to like try to give my own twist to things. So if there's a song that I really like, I'll record my rendition of a music video for it. So that is pretty much what I do. I just make my own versions of music videos or music videos for songs that don't have it.
Yeah, that's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Now, I'll be first to call you out, just like on some encouragement. Like, bro, I think you should probably practice that more. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, when is the last project you released?
The last project I released, I think it was like in March, if I'm not mistaken. I think I released it around end of March
Of last year?
of this year.
Okay, that's recent.
That's like somewhat recent, but like
That's
I
aight.
was on a long hiatus because the last project I released before this current one was, I think, like last year in May.
Yeah, see, like
so
that's a big gap between.
That is a really
like
big
mind
gap.
you, mind you, I'm not the most consistent myself, but I'm trying to at least put up a project at least once a month.
Once
at
a
least,
month,
right?
yeah.
Now I'm not counting the podcast because this is almost like a cheat code. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
In the sense where it's like, okay, look, I already enjoy talking to a lot of people. I like
Yeah.
some people at least here in Malaysia, right?
Right.
So it's like, I can just sit here, put a camera up for however long this will take me to do it, and then like let's say sit down for like 3 hours and here's the video, right?
Yeah.
But I'm also trying to hone my craft, I suppose, when it comes to the creative aspect of it, because I think I enjoy making those videos more. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like you seen the last video I made, and you're like, "Yo, bro, let me give you some inputs on the shots." I'm
Exactly.
Like, fair enough. I have no background in doing this at all. If anything, people that know me probably tell you that I'm not really in front of the camera type of person.
Right.
Which is crazy how I ended up here. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
But it's like,
it is crazy.
I think everybody needs like some sort of a creative output. You know what I mean? Or outlet in this case.
I definitely agree. I think like too many people are too absorbed into like I guess consumerism, and especially
hey, we can get into that right there.
we could definitely get into that at one point. But
first.
like to like put it shortly, I feel like a lot of people are way too like fixated on like whether it comes to finances or when it comes to like getting their life in check. I think having a creative outlet like on anyone, I think it is like I don't know, it kind of like it's really therapeutic. There's something about it that's just like
yeah. Like I'm not very obviously like I don't know the science behind it exactly.
Right.
It's definitely therapeutic to like okay, there's something about like okay, let me have an idea and then let me say I don't know your creative process necessarily.
Okay.
But for the most part, I have like a pen and pad.
Okay.
So I'd be like writing down some thoughts. Okay, so here's roughly what I do.
Right.
And then almost kind of like draw into a stream. Like okay, so this is gonna be this into this shot, into this shot, into this shot.
Right.
And here's the message. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Now, mind you, I've only been doing this since this year started. So not the most polished experience. You saw how long it took me to set this thing up. So not that exactly, but I'm just figuring it out as I go. I think as most of us are. And to your point is like I do believe a lot of people get caught up in just like the hassle of every day.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, I don't even have time to do this.
Yeah.
You do, but it's not gonna be easy. Yeah. It's not gonna be easy because
it's not gonna be easy. Yeah.
If you have a job as yourself, for example, and it's like okay, so your working hours is for the most part throughout the entire week. If anything, you work an extra day in the week. If I'm mistaken.
I like usually the normal working week is like around 5 days. I work
normally.
Yeah.
Right.
But like I work 6 days a week. So
right. So that's the exception. But I'm saying like once again, it's not gonna be easy because it's gonna take a lot of effort for you to like okay now I need to like I guess what's the term for this like time block. I think time block is like you have to create like a window where okay this is the time where I'm not going to work. I don't have nothing else happening except the fact that I can do what I want to do.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now it's not gonna be also a lot of time, but it's like let's say 3 hours a day.
Right.
You can do a lot in 3 hours if you know what you're doing, which you do.
Yeah.
But based on experience. But what am I trying to get at? I was trying to get to the point of like the I guess the idea of consumerism just being like I guess consuming us. That makes any sense?
No, I agree. I feel like there's like I feel like one thing that I don't exactly like in this day and age, but I also kind of like I see it a lot in Malaysia. I feel like too many people are just complacent with the idea of consuming content and creative projects and works instead of actually producing it. And I feel like the world would be a lot more interesting if like these people decide to actually produce, because I've spoken to a lot of individuals that have some really bright and like genuinely like innovative ideas, but instead we just fall into this trap of like the term doom scrolling, which is basically just scrolling on TikTok or Instagram endlessly.
I hate like that. I'll be honest. I don't I don't even have social media except for Twitter and so on because I guess I do this.
Yeah.
But it's like I still don't even be on there sometimes.
Right.
Like sometimes they catch me liking and I'll be like, okay, look, I look at my screen. I was okay. Screen time is looking like 2 hours, 3 hours. I'm like, that's bad for me, right? But then I have homies that at least on campus, right? Without mentioning names. I have a casual 12 hours on TikTok. It's like that's half a day. And what time you sleeping? My God, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
It's like, bro, talk about not being productive. It's like that just kills me on the inside.
Yeah.
I'd be like, how you gonna do this to yourself, man? If you're not making content on there or something.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Like I think I've picked up that mindset a lot more recently because I used to be the consumer side of things. Like I used to be on TikTok and Instagram Reels like for hours on end.
Now hold up, let's be honest with ourselves.
Yeah.
On a daily average, not to pull up your phone right now, but like how would your screen time look like?
What would my screen time look like on a daily average?
How many hours a day, man? Let's be honest.
I feel like I have 5 or 6. Yeah, which
that's somewhat moderate considering everything else I know. That's not that bad. Because like I said, my sample size is okay. Look, I'm starting from 12 hours. That's half a day. That's a lot of time, and he's not even producing nothing on there. He just, I guess, doom scrolling whatever else you said. It's like, bruh, what is your brain looking like after like the entire long session?
Yeah.
Nah, not the healthiest probably. Not the healthiest probably.
Not the healthiest, yeah.
But to circle back, it's like you do need any form of creative outlets.
You do, yeah.
Like you don't even have to do videos or whatever.
It doesn't. It doesn't have to be like something that is in the field of content creation.
Yeah, no.
It can be in the field of like something like, say, arts. You know, like drawing or painting.
Exactly, bro. It's like either that, or even if you want to break it down to something more, I guess not even childish, but you can just play with Legos.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you can express your whatever creative freedom over there too.
Yeah.
And now, obviously, it's not for everybody, but it's just like you have to try different things in order to find out what you really like.
Yeah.
And I'm also kind of realizing about that. Like, okay, I'm realizing that about myself in recent times. You know what I mean? Especially after having like finished my like my business program in Siggy.
Right.
It's like now I think I realized that obviously I'm getting older. I'm like 24. People get mad when you say that.
What do you mean?
Like when you say that you're getting older and you mention that you're 20 something.
Oh yeah.
Like you're old, huh? You're 24, thinking you're old. Like,
oh, it's like, oh, you think you're old? Yeah.
Yeah, and they're like, probably like 30. It's fine.
I find that low key snarky. I don't know why. Like I don't know. Like I find that low key snarky, where it's like, oh, you think you're old? Like you're just 24. You're still young.
Yeah, they just want to like, I guess, lower bro you. Like, oh, bro, you don't even know anything yet.
Yeah, exactly.
That's not the point. Okay,
that ain't the point.
Yeah. All I was saying is like, okay, now. Okay, the original point was, okay, now at 24, I realized that after finishing college and so on, it's like any information nowadays I'm trying to, like, I guess, consume, it has to be somewhat like, I have to go out of my way to get that for it to, I guess, further my career or whatever I'm trying to get into, right? It's not like university and school is mostly like forced knowledge. It's like you have to learn these things.
Like you have to, like it's mandatory.
Yeah, exactly. Or else you're not gonna pass.
Yeah.
Or whatever you're trying to get into. So like now it's like, okay, no, you have time and you have to actually be on your own schedule.
Right.
And you kind of learn these things.
Exactly.
So now I'm like, okay, what do I want to do? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I'm kind of diving more into this. Because like, okay, now, mind you, there was no excuse from the start. But I would kind of like, I guess, get complacent or sit back and be like, nah, I got exams. I need to finish my assignments. I need to study out. It's like, I can still do all these things and still produce. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
Now, I started doing this, obviously, like at the beginning of the year. So I did kind of feel the, like the amount of discipline needed in order to be able to actually execute these ideas.
Right.
Now, once again, it was not easy. But it's also not that hard. You know what I mean?
It actually isn't that hard.
Yeah,
I think the hard part comes when, like, I think the hard part, like, enters when you're trying to manage, like, your time and whatnot. I think, like, the time management aspect of it, and then, like, finding the energy, like, because a lot of people work, like, 40, 50 hours a week, right? So when it comes to like them trying to find an outlet for like creative production of some sorts, it's not that easy.
Definitely not.
But like it's also like, as you mentioned earlier, it's also easy because all you have to do, like technically, is just pick up the camera and start recording, or pick up whatever it is that you want to do, like start drawing or like start editing. Yeah. And I think I fall victim into one of the things of like I think it's productive watching about it instead of doing it. Like it used to be something that I used to do.
I see exactly what you're saying.
Yeah.
But here's the thing, once again, I also I like to how can I say this? I guess like hammer the point home of, yo, you can't like live forever through somebody else's experience.
Right.
You get what I'm saying? Even in creativity in general. You can. It's like you can, let's say for example, like one of my inspirations to even start doing this was Sneeko, right?
Right.
So I look at that dude like, hey, he was, I think, I'm not sure when he started, but he did like a podcast / interview with Kanye West or Ye. So I was like,
I don't know if he made one with Ye, but
he did recently on X. Yeah, I checked it out. But I'm just saying this though, the point I was making here is that one of the inspirations was that guy, right? So I was looking at Sneeko like, okay, look, for this year he was posting a video every single day. I'm not sure how long he did it for, but he was going for like almost 4 months,
for
5 months
while,
in.
Right?
He stopped very recently, right? So I was like, bro, what's the excuse? You get what I mean? Now, mind you, he's been doing it since he was like 14, I suppose. I could be like kind of rough on the number, but either 13, 14.
He's probably doing it like since he was young. Yeah. I remember I used to watch like a lot of his older videos. I can't say I like the person that he became like during the whole streaming era. A lot of red pill opinions and takes, but in terms of like Sneeko before, when he used to make like, how do I say this?
Like
artistic pieces
I think anybody watching this that has watched Nico in the area probably understands.
Yeah, they probably understand. Yeah, I think like
the commentary.
Yeah,
and then over these really like beautiful shots in New York or something like that.
Right. Yeah,
it's very beautiful.
It was.
But now I have to be honest with you. Like if you watch him now, he's pretty much doing the same thing.
He's doing the same thing,
but just grown up now. Yeah,
I actually haven't seen it.
Yeah. He's. I mean, obviously he's banned on YouTube and other platforms, but you can still watch him on Twitter or like X now it's called. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
that's what I watch. Go ahead.
I'll probably like give it a shot. Yeah, because I definitely want to see what he's up to.
Get your inspiration up. Start making videos too.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Right. Yeah, I think but look, the process itself shouldn't be that hard. I think like if you take maybe like, I'm not sure how much time, but obviously like the mental faculties for somebody else could be different. Right. It's fine. I fully understand that, but it's like you have to kind of do what you have to do in order to get what you have to get.
Yeah,
you know what
exactly.
I mean? This is just general knowledge. But
it is just general knowledge.
When it comes to this specifically, it's like, bro, you really are your own enemy or slash like the obstacle. Yeah. You know what I mean? Because you just have to get over your ways. Like you can't be on the game for 11 hours a day.
Exactly.
Or 9 hours a day. It's like you could have probably cut back like 4 hours, maybe train for 2, and then the other 2 hours work on some project. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly.
And the more you do it, you kind of like get in the flow easier. You know what I mean? Like now I don't feel as intimidated as I started when it was like the beginning of the year. You know what I mean? So I'm kind of liking this little flow, man. Like I got a little. Okay, look, I'm gonna train. I'm gonna make sure that my religion is okay, everything's good there, and then probably produce something. You know what I mean? So I've been just going around like Malaysia a little bit, trying to explore the city a little bit because I have time now. So like, let me get some shots here and there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you saw my last video, which I know you did because you gave me some input on that.
Yeah, I gave him some input on that. Yeah.
Why you say it like that? Huh? No, I'm just fucking.
I just winked at the camera.
So all I'm saying is, I was just having fun with the whole idea of like, oh yeah, man, walk around with the camera. It's not that bad. You know what I mean? I just, I guess like getting over the obstacle of, oh man, I'm not comfortable hearing myself speak. I'm not comfortable being in front of the camera. Right. I mean, yeah, but bruh, they already know way too much about you. You know what I'm saying? So like, you might as well make some money off it.
Yeah. You might as well. You might as well just start it. And like, for me, I guess when it comes to like creating content and whatnot, I'm not trying to sound all preachy like, oh, it's not about the money and what. Like, no, that's lame. Like at one point.
But hello, but let's be honest though. Let's be honest. Everybody wants their work appreciated, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So the money is just like a byproduct of you actually producing whatever good content it is.
Yeah,
you get what I mean? Course. So if you get them paid for doing this, I'm not gonna complain. Oh no, man, this is for the art. Yeah, I mean, it's for the art, but is it fully for the art? That's exactly. That's the point of the conversation. I guess.
That's like, I guess, like the line that some people have. Like.
What's that line?
I mean, like a lot of content creators out there, there's always a line they have that they draw between, is this really for my own creative passion or is this what I'm doing for money? Because like a lot of content creators, especially YouTubers and I guess right now Twitch streamers, since that's blowing up, right? That like kind of go into is like, okay, this is content that I like to produce. And then this is content that I know gets me the most notoriety, the most like, numbers and whatnot, right? So there's always this line that every single content creator have to go and like, be in of like, do I want to do more of what I like or do I want to do more of what gets me results?
Like good numbers and so on,
Yeah. And I feel like I face this as well in a way because like I wouldn't say I'm even like there when it comes to content creation.
Look, I was gonna say respectfully, at least I can speak for myself. I'm way too early in this game to even consider the fact, am I doing this for the love of the game or am I doing it for the money? It's so far just for the love of the game, I'll be honest.
Yeah, for me,
I'm not getting paid nothing doing this.
Neither am I. I'm not getting paid at all. But like
so where did you face this like kind of dilemma in your journey, I suppose?
For me, like I faced it in the sense of like what got me more like I guess respect / more like compliments and also more views even on a project compared to what I actually enjoy doing more. So I have like 2 projects out on my Instagram, and the second, like I have 3, sorry, but the second one that I dropped, everyone thought it was like, whoa, like it's really good and this vibe, it suits you. And the third one that I dropped, I didn't get as many
like as much
views and reactions and whatnot regarding it, right?
But then,
there
was passion behind it. There was passion behind it.
I personally think that is my favorite and my best project because I feel like out of all of the projects that I've done, it is the one that is the most completed in terms of its scripting and its like delivery.
Right.
Because in previous projects, I always felt like when I uploaded it, I'm like, okay, I could have done this better. I could have shot this better and whatnot.
Look, that feeling never goes away.
That feeling never goes away.
Though.
But like, I felt that like that feeling was nearly non-existent when it came to that recent project of mine.
The last one,
yeah. So I noticed like I noticed at that point I'm like, okay, I know if I continue going through this journey, there's going to be just certain things that I do that people will not prefer over what actually what actually gets the most amount of views. And I feel like that's just like a regular thing that any content creator or filmmaker or whatever you want to call it
face eventually.
Yeah.
I guess that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm thinking about what you said just now. It's like, I mean, yeah, but okay, I think the love of the game should come first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because the money is just a product of, you are good at what you do. You know what I mean? Now, that doesn't necessarily mean that you have to go out every single time trying to look for your reaction or trying to cultivate views and so on.
Right.
That's not a bad thing necessarily, but if that's the only goal, it's like you kind of die on the inside.
Yeah, you know
what I mean?
Because then like you wouldn't be. I mean, obviously a lot of people treat this career as a job at one point.
Oh yeah, 100%. A lot of people join this for the job.
Yeah,
it's
a lot of people
I'm trying to make this my
job.
career.
Yeah.
So how can I go by doing it?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And those are not necessarily my favorite kind of people to keep around. I'll be honest with you.
Right.
Because like, bro, you just want to make top 10 videos. It's fine. I'm not judging it. It's fine. Do what you have to do, but that's not for me though. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even watch those videos. I mean, sometimes I'd be looking into it every now and then.
Yeah, sometimes I'd be watching like old like Watch Mojo top 10 videos. I don't know, something
bro,
so.
I haven't heard the name in a while.
Yeah, exactly.
That's
right?
crazy.
Yeah. Like I remember, like I think it was like last week. I watched like the top 10 Watch Mojo How I Met Your Mother moments or something like that. Because how many mothers?
You're saying a lot of old things right now.
Exactly. Yeah.
It's cool.
For context, I've been rewatching How I Met Your Mother, so like I like.
Yeah, I can see how you fell into that.
Yeah, I fell into that. It was just in my recommended on my YouTube, and I'm like, you know what?
They know too much.
They know too much. They be knowing too much.
Yeah. They definitely do. Yeah. Hey man, look man, I think you should do it for art. You should do it for the love of the game first. I everything else is gonna follow suit.
Yeah, I
believe so personally.
Yeah, because I feel like if you do it for the love of the game first, eventually you're gonna get an audience, and people are gonna like click with the love for the game that you have, if that makes sense.
Yeah, if they can kind of sense the passion or the kind of effort you put into the thing.
Yeah.
It's like, oh no, we can see you improving by the third, fourth video.
Yeah.
Well, this guy is doing something. Let me see how, you know what I mean?
Right.
Especially if they get invested into her life, which is not. That could be a good or bad thing.
That can be like that can be a good and bad thing.
Yeah,
like a good thing
it for sure.
Yeah, it's a good thing in terms of building a community, but it can be a bad thing when you start getting bigger and then the boundaries of privacy starts getting crossed.
Right.
Yeah.
Look, man. There's a reason why I wasn't really on social media for the most part.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, as who I am, at least as a kid growing up, I really value my privacy.
Right.
You know what I mean? Private space, shared space, and so on. It's like, bro, we need to keep this in check because everything else goes wrong. It's like I don't want instability in my home. You know what I mean?
No, I feel
like
I fully understand.
If I was given the option to be like a super famous kind of person, like Eminem, like you can't go outside except people like harassing you. Or not, I wouldn't do that.
No,
you know
I wouldn't choose that.
Or like working out a job, but it's like stable and like it provides for my family and so on. I always do that.
Yeah,
personally.
But like for me, like I would say for me, I'm a little bit like vain or materialistic, if you want to call it that. Like in the sense of like, yeah, eventually I do want more people to know me. I want to be famous, but not famous, if that makes sense. Like I don't want to be on the level of.
I would ask you to like further elaborate on that just a little bit. Yeah. So like elaborate on that. You said okay, I want to be famous, but not really though. Like,
okay.
What do you mean?
What I mean by that is like eventually I'd want to be the kind of popular where like if you tell like if you say my name in an influencer space, they'd be like, oh yeah, I heard about him, or like, oh yeah, I know about him, he does this. But I do not want to be the kind of popular where it's like you name drop them and instantly most people know, like Justin Bieber or like Eminem, like you mentioned earlier.
Right.
Yeah, like I think there's a certain level of popular, and I think that's what like that's a sweet spot when it comes to YouTubers and sometimes even TikTokers, because like
it's content creators in general.
Yeah, and content creators in general. But there are certain people, like for example, I Show Speed and Kai Cenat, like these guys.
Nah, those streamers are they're I guess too far gone now.
Yeah, they're like approaching A-list level, so I wouldn't want to be at that point. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he came to Malaysia. I Show Speed.
Yeah, I Show Speed came to Malaysia.
Somebody hit me up like, yo, bro, you trying to go see him? I was like, I don't really follow,
yeah.
bro.
One of my friends as well hit me up, being like, yo, we have a place here in Malaysia. It's called Pasar Seni.
Yeah.
And like. One of my friends hit me up like, yo, you trying to go see Speed at Pasar Seni? I'm like, no. what? I don't give.
It's just funny how you said that. Was it?
Yeah, I'm just like, I don't care.
I mean, yeah, I'm not really invested into them, but I do acknowledge like the status. Like I know how big I guess Speed is as a content creator, as a streamer supposedly, because that's what he's known for. It's like, but once again, that's not who I'm trying to be. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think we I guess, okay, not me and you necessarily, but a lot of people place a lot of value on like, once you start doing something, you have to be like proficient at it. Like, yo, bro, how is it gonna become your career right off the top?
Right.
It's like I don't need to treat you like you need to be Speed or Kai or anybody else. It's like, just do what you have to do. And if anything, I think you said it perfectly when you said, I don't want to be famous, but I want to be known for this.
Right.
I think I like that part more.
Yeah.
It's like, oh yeah, you know about Jeremy? Oh yeah, he's the guy that shoots the videos or whatever. It's like, okay, know me for that, not just the name dropping. Oh, that's the homie, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's not what I'm really into. Like, like a Snoop Dogg or Eminem, like somebody is like, he transcended the genre in a sense. You know what I mean?
They basically like, what's the word for it I'm looking for? They've kind of stamped their name in like the industry and whatnot.
Oh yeah, but I'm thinking transcended. Okay. If you say Snoop Dogg, okay, some people know him for the rap or whatever. Yeah. But I was like, nah, just like a celebrity like figure. You know what I mean? I was like, oh yeah, he be doing commercials. He be like collaborating on other clothes and so on. It's like, it's not just that one thing.
He be in like some terrible rap song features because he just be taking every
whatever, man. He try to get the money. That's what I'm making blame.
He's trying to get the bag. I mean,
whatever. Yeah. Look, man. You kind of started looking at things differently when you kind of understand the supply and demand of it in a sense.
Yeah.
It's 100%. Like, it's a product that people want to see. Right? Oh my God! Featuring
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, but I'm not into that. You know what I mean? Because it's not really artistic. It's just the fact that demand is high on this. I'm gonna give you this. Now buy my.
Yeah.
It's like,
it's just like you're plastering a name on there, basically.
Yeah, it's low-key like fast food in a lot of ways.
It's like fast food, or you
can
think of it as
top
like
10 videos on YouTube. Fast food.
Yeah. You can think of it like, you can also think of it in a way as like designer brands, like designer clothing. Like, for example, if you look at like Balenciaga, or like Gucci, right? I mean, don't get me wrong, like Gucci and like Balenciaga, they have some cool stuff, but like majority of the frontline is just their logo or their name on a blank T-shirt, and then it's like boom, $1,000.
Right.
I feel like artists kind of like throwing their name or feature into something is just like, oh, but Snoop Dogg was on my record.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. No, I get what you're saying. It's like, if you want to go back to the passion in art, for example, it's like the Gucci thing is like, I'm sure the designers that work for Gucci or whatever is like, bro, this is not what I want to do.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, let's say who's working over there right now? I think, Pharrell is doing some work over there.
Yeah.
So like he gets like the creative, I guess, authority over whatever he's doing. Whereas like, no, this is not just a Louis V Gucci thing. Nah, this is Pharrell's take on it. You know what I mean? And now it looks like, okay, this is somewhat like, it's not outstanding, but it definitely sticks out more than just like the checkered pattern and the logo. Right. It's like, we get it, bro. Like, you've been here for a while. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm not really into materialistic things, I'll be honest with you. I low-key trying to like avoid vanity and all the stuff that comes with it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I did a video on that low-key. Let me stop.
Shameless plug.
Let's see it.
But let me ask like you a question, right?
Go ahead, bro. That's the whole point of this.
Yeah. When it comes to like content creation, what would you say is like your goal when it comes to it? Like, do you plan on reaching like are you the type where you plan on reaching a certain amount of status into it, or are you the type where you want to get a message across with a bunch of people, or are you just doing it for the sake of like, you know what, this is a fun hobby, let's see where it takes me? Like, there's no wrong answers when it comes to it.
Nah, I don't think so either. Yeah. But I think the second thing you said, it's like the message.
Like, you want to send a message across.
Yeah. If even okay, so I'm not upset if the quote unquote the video flops. You know what I mean? It's like, oh well, didn't get as much as the last one. That's not the point. The point is like, okay, look, if I was to say this, right, and this gets heard by 10, 20 people, hey bro,
you got the message across.
Mission accomplished. Mission accomplished.
Exactly.
It's like, okay, look, I have like undying support from my family, so I'm very thankful for that. You get what I'm saying? So like, oh man, I like the video, but your voice don't sound that loud in real life. You're right, it doesn't, but it's not the point. You know what I mean? The point is like the message being, you know what I'm saying? So it's like, exactly. It is also kind of interesting to me the takeaways that people kind of give me when they watch the same thing, right? So like, I had a video basically where I was like kind of changing watches as the frame was cutting, right? Okay. It's the same exact still shot, but I was like basically having cuts where I would take off a watch and put another one on, right? And then a lot of my friends that saw the video didn't even notice that, right? But my brother was like, yo, bro, am I tripping, or did you actually switch from the Casio to the to the G-Shock? I was like, you're not tripping. You're the one that caught that. You know what I mean? So I'll be trying to have fun with it. Like, okay, there's the message involved, but I'm also like, I guess trying to also like express the creative part of it.
Yeah, of course. Because I feel like I feel like sorry, like I interrupted you.
No, that's fine. I was just like, I guess this to finally answer your question.
Right.
I was saying that I'm definitely more of like, if the message reaches further people, that's probably for the better.
Yeah.
But I don't want it to be like man, this man said this. Hold him accountable. It's like, man, I'm just.
Yeah.
What are you hating on me for? You know what I mean? Like, it's way too early for this.
No, it is. Yeah.
Go ahead.
So, I feel like when it comes to content creation, there's a way to get a message across. Like, I feel like anyone can just pick up a mic or pick up a camera and then just like say certain things about certain topics or like, their perspective on things. I think what separates someone who is decent to someone who is great at it, or like, I guess to put it in a better term, the good from the greats, is how they express it. I feel like that's what separates us as like creative individuals, because there are so many content creators out there that just get a message across, and the way they do it is just kind of bland. Like,
that's true. Yeah, that's true.
Like, if you look at Netflix, for example, there's like a billion documentaries out there with really interesting topics, but then the way they express these like events that occurred, it's very stilted, and it seems like kind of uninspired. But then, like, there was one film that I actually like got a slight teaser of. It was of this documentary of this guy that basically visited the whole thing that's going on when it comes to Gaza and Palestine. Okay. And I forgot what it's called. If anyone knows, like, feel free to comment down below. But like, I think I think it's called Free. I don't know, but like it was I think it's called Free. But the way it's shot, the way it's portrayed, from what I just saw from the brief like 5 minutes that I viewed it, it was very, very personal, and it was also very, very like. It was very like flawlessly executed, basically, and it was.
I mean, I'm surprised you even said that there's a document or a documentation of what's happening with them right now.
Yeah. Basically,
as of current events, Israel is not really allowing the journalists to be on the ground, basically. Yeah. Because they don't want people actually knowing what they're doing and so on. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, I mean, I could look forward to that. Yeah, you should.
You should definitely like give it a watch. Because
how did you see that teaser or the trailer or whatever?
I think because I follow a few like YouTubers that watch that like review movies, because I'm quite a film nut myself. I'm quite a film geek. Yeah. So one time like one of the movies that he was reviewing, like out of because like there's this app called Letterboxd, and like pretty much most film geeks review movies from out of 5s, not out of 10. So he was just
wait, there's a niche into that.
Yeah, there's basically like a whole niche into that.
Yeah, why is it not out of 10?
Why is it not out of 10?
Excuse my ignorance, but why is it?
I don't know exactly, but like they basically rate it as like 0.5s. So like our 0.5s is our like 1 till 5, and then like after say 2.5, like 2.5 is like a 5, and then like a 5 is like a 10.
Yeah, it's a half.
Yeah, it's a half. Right. Yeah. I don't know why Letterboxd does that, to be honest. Maybe it's because IMDb has the 7, like the what's it called, the 9s till 10s.
Hey, bro, I don't really be using the services, I'll be honest with you.
Right.
But keep going.
But like basically he left a review on it, and I checked out.
Yeah, the original point was, how did you find this like this Palestine documentary? And you said, I saw a teaser trailer to it through a content creator that you follow.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay, I see.
So like he was like reviewing the movie briefly, like in a video where he was reviewing a bunch of other movies that he watched that month, and then I saw that and I was like really intrigued. So I looked it up myself, and then I watched some of the trailers and whatnot, and it looked.
Yo, can you send me that?
Huh?
Can you send me?
Yeah, of course, because I'll send you after this.
But make it easier for me, man. I'm lazy sometimes, but look. Now, what do you look for when you watch a movie?
What do I look for when I watch a movie?
Because you described 2 distinct, I guess, features that kind of like, I guess, captured your interest.
That's
about
a really
the teaser trailer.
Right. That's a really good question. I'd say what I look for in a movie is like 3 things. One is expression. Expression is super important to me. Yeah. Acting doesn't have to be like amazing, but like the way it expresses its tone is very, very important. I mean, yeah, acting comes into it as well, but like I've seen movies that have very basic acting, but it expresses the message across so beautifully.
So it looks like you're not really looking for the acting part of it as much.
I feel like nowadays I'm like a bit into like more pretentious stuff, to be honest. So like, acting doesn't have to be insane, but it depends on the story. You know, it really depends on the story.
But you said okay, so first on the list is expression.
Yeah, for me, like first on the list is expression, which now that I think back at it, it's kind of a dumb point considering like acting is in expression as well.
I mean, yeah, but I think you're talking. Okay,
I'm talking more in the film.
When you said it the first time, here's what I understood at least. It's like okay. Right. The expression of okay, what's the director and the writer trying to portray here?
Exactly.
You know what I mean? The actors are obviously like I guess moving parts of the puzzle, but the big picture thing is okay. What is the director trying to show us and tell us?
Exactly.
Here? Yeah. Right. So you're more into like the story and expression of it more than the okay.
Yeah, I'm more into.
That's not a dumb thing actually. Okay. That's somewhat profound. Let me start.
Let me be pretentious for a second.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
But I'd say the second thing is cinematography. It's actually so important to me. If a movie is shot in a boring way, I don't know, I just can't watch it.
Okay, look, once again, I'm not as familiar, but isn't that kind of the same thing?
What?
The expression kind of ties into how the cinematography plays out?
Not really. The reason why I say that is because expression can be in the it can be in the editing, it can be in the way they tone out the movie. So it can be basically everything that is being shot, like everything that is like being thought out in what's being shot. But in the cinematography is how it's being shot. Yeah, if that makes sense.
Yeah, it does make sense, but I don't know why. I kind of tied those two things together.
Right.
Okay, I mean, I guess also
there's a slight difference to it, but like you like your point is valid as well. It's somewhat the same thing.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. I guess the casuals like myself would understand, but keep going. keep going.
But
expression, cinematography.
Yeah.
And then what else does Jeremy look in the movie? Look forward to in the movie.
For the third thing is I think it's everyone's thing, but it's also story. So what story is being told? What message are you trying to get across? Yeah. And also like how it's being told. You know?
Yeah, definitely.
It's definitely the
so for you like the acting kind of it's like if it's good, it's good. If it's not, it doesn't bother you. As long as the other boxes are checked.
Yeah, as long as the other boxes are checked. But like acting wise, I mean, I would prefer. Obviously, I prefer good acting. I think everyone.
Yeah, who doesn't?
Yeah, like who doesn't?
I mean, yeah. But okay, keep going. But I'm gonna hold that thought. Go ahead.
Because like I don't know.
Everybody prefers good acting. Huh?
Yeah, everyone would like prefer good acting, right? Into pieces of like film and whatnot. But like I don't know. I think for me recently, because majority of the things that I've been watching is so like film heavy, if that makes sense. Like things that are mainly like you have to kind of read in between the lines of how some things are shot. And the acting, it's like it's good, but it's not like groundbreaking.
Yeah,
something like Joaquin Phoenix in Her, or like Leonardo DiCaprio in like movies.
In anything? No,
in most things. Yeah,
I'm kidding.
And like Wolf of Wall Street or whatnot. Yeah.
That's what you're saying.
That's not even the best.
So once again, you don't really value the acting as much as long as everything else is the expression is there, the film work or the cinematography is there, and then the story is actually solid.
Yeah.
Anything else is like for sure. It's like the cherry on top.
Right.
Kinda.
Because like I don't know. I feel like I feel like with acting and voice acting, it's like completely different. Because like with voice acting, I care a lot about it being good. Cause
That's definitely.
Yeah, but like when it comes to acting in itself, it's like I'm like a little bit more different about it because you're seeing the whole like embodiment of the person, right? Exactly. And like the whole like their whole body and expressions being shot. So I feel like seeing someone that isn't the greatest actor, it's not that bad if the story and the way it's being shot is like portrayed like just right, you know. I feel like it has to do a lot more with the director than the actor. Like I feel like most actors kind of do in films mainly because of the direction of the actor, because certain actors have reputations of like, okay, you're the token pretty boy, so I'm gonna direct you as the token pretty boy, right. But then they have a lot more range than that, so
but sometimes they don't.
Sometimes they don't. Like I'm sorry, but you are just a token pretty boy.
I don't even know what that is. Why are you name dropping like that?
I'm just gonna name drop, but
but then you're talking shit to the homie. I didn't even know that, man. look, bro. Whoever this is, man, get your money. I'm playing.
His range is like not exactly the highest. He's like a token pretty boy, charming, but like he's
Look. The main point is more important than the petty comments. I'm thinking like, okay, good. So what you're saying is, look, man, the acting itself is not that important.
I actually
to you.
like you. Huh?
For the fourth, fifth time. I'm saying like the acting is not as important to you.
Yeah.
You value more the story and the camera work and so on. That's more important, which is fine. But I think, I don't know. I don't really want to get into the whole this film talk thing, but if you want to, no problem. You said something about voice acting being a bit like you emphasize more importance on the acting there.
Yeah.
Because voice acting, you have to, I guess, portray more emotion. So with your voice, it's like you're not gonna see the guy's face. You're gonna see the character's face.
Exactly.
Now their voice should convey that emotion on the character's drawn face.
Exactly.
I see what you're saying.
So it's like imagine someone who is like a kind of an amateur voice actor, and and like the character they have to voice is someone like Kratos, in God of War.
Yeah, now we're getting something more.
Exactly.
Like, I see how that can feel.
Like that compared to like, what if Ansel Elgort's acting in Baby Driver was, then it wouldn't like, it would make the film a little bit like, it wouldn't be as iconic and it wouldn't be as like impactful, but the mark, like it'll still kind of hit the mark.
Yeah. But like maybe it's not gonna be as like romanticized.
Yeah, it won't be as.
This is the movie for
It's this is like this is that movie.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
But like if something falls flat on like gaming or like maybe even like anime, I guess it's way more noticeable. Like it.
Yeah, I can see.
Yeah.
Like okay.
But at the same time, I'm such a sucker for bad voice acting as well. Like
man, what? That's a contradiction.
No, but the reason why is because it's so bad that it's good. You know that term?
No, I get that, but it's like, is it really so bad it's good?
It is, because like if you've seen like some older gaming like older games, for example, because their budget,
I think I know where this is going.
Because like
the budget cuts.
The budget isn't exactly as stacked as it is now. Now you have like seasoned veterans, and like they treat voice acting as important as acting in video games, especially because like they literally they have these voice actors go into motion like capture suits, right? And then they like record the
act out the
movements.
scene.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's basically acting at this point. It's just that it's mainly with their voice.
Yeah.
But in the earlier days, they don't have that. Like they don't have any of the budget that they have now. So voice acting was a lot more. Let's just call it hidden gems.
Yeah, all right, okay.
Yeah. So a few examples is like Devil May Cry 1 or 2. Those games do not have good voice actings. Just search up for our viewers out there.
For me, I don't know.
This is for you as well. Try searching up the Trish's death scene in Devil May Cry.
Look, I'm gonna put this on the notepad.
Yeah, you should put that on the notepad, because that that clip of Dante holding her when she is dead is still one of the funniest voice acting clips I've seen. It sounds so bad.
Wait, you said
funny.
Trisha's what? Death scene? Or?
Death.
That's it?
Yeah, death scene.
Devil May Cry?
Yeah.
Okay, so DMC. First one?
Trish death scene.
Yeah, which one? Is it the first game or second game?
It's just search up DMC.
Okay, I think it's gonna come out either way.
Yeah, it's gonna come out.
Anyway, all right, so I'll put that down. So I'm gonna check that out later for sure. Yeah. But
there's a lot more out there. But yeah.
No, I definitely believe it. Like, okay, this is more like relevant to us right now because we're playing Mortal Kombat a lot.
Yeah.
MK1. There's the one character that I think it was voiced by Megan Fox, if I'm not mistaken.
Which character?
I'm not sure. I think her name was Natara or something like that.
Okay.
Anyway, the flat, like, no. See, I don't want to disrespect the one, but I'm saying this. Like, this definitely wasn't her best act or her best performance. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So if you play that game, you probably notice like, okay, this could be so bad it's good, but for me, just like, bro, you just showed up to the booth, got paid, and left. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, you put effort into it. You know what I mean? Like, it's supposed to be like a fighting game. There's like passion behind it, and the character you voiced is shown in the campaign or the story mode. Mm-hmm. It's like, bro, where's the nitty gritty? Yeah, like where's
there's not much expression. Like
exactly. That's the perfect way to describe it. It's like, where's the expression?
Yeah, where's
the I want to be this character.
Yeah,
exactly. It's like I don't know what happened, but it's like imagine if somebody wanted to be a specific character, they didn't get that character. They got somebody less than they didn't desire.
Right.
Like, you know what? I'm not gonna put as much effort because I didn't want to be him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
An opposite, like a complete opposite from this example is Spawn on MK11. He's voiced by the original dude that voiced Spawn in the actual show,
and that hits,
or the comics. Yeah, Keith David, I believe.
Yeah, I think it was Keith David. Yeah,
it's Keith David. I know that because he voiced also the Arbiter in Halo.
Oh, okay.
That game is close to me, sir. I love that game. Yeah, I grew up on that game. Yeah, he was the Arbiter in Halo 2 and onwards, but yeah.
There's, I guess, like another one when it comes to the voice actors falling flat. I don't know.
Are you going back to that?
Megan Fox voicing a
character in MK1. Yeah, I got you.
It reminds me of I think it's MK11, where Sonya Blade is voiced by Ronda Rousey.
Yeah, she wasn't the best actor. Okay, I could be dropping the name a little bit, but that wasn't also the best vocal inflections.
Vocal inflections.
You know what I mean? But once again, hey, look, I'm not knocking the hustle. Get your money for sure. But it's like I like to imagine that. Okay, I don't know if I would ever like actually voice the MK character, but if I was to do, I'll be like, yo, bro, this is gonna be cemented now. I need to actually do this. You know what I mean? And also, I'm a fan of the franchise, so I'll probably be more than excited to do so. You know what I mean?
Right.
Who would you voice if you had the option to?
Who would I voice if I were to be like in Mortal Kombat?
Yeah, an MK character.
An MK character.
Just for the fun of it. Let's see how this goes.
I feel like I'd like to voice Johnny Cage.
Really?
Yeah.
Why you pick him?
Because like I would say I'm pretty good at suiting the cocky, veiny role when it comes to characters. So I feel like I'd be able to do a pretty decent rendition of Johnny Cage.
I see what you're saying, but at the same time, like, okay, look, I heard your voice on the recording. You sound way like laid back and smooth compared to Johnny's character.
I mean, yeah, like I sound laid back right now, but I feel like if I really tried to be that cocky MF, I'd be able to do it.
I was thinking more like Kenshi.
Kenshi?
Yeah,
but
the
Kenshi
blind
has like
swordsman.
But Kenshi has like such a, how do I say this? Like a more nasally, like breathy voice. I feel like mine's a little bit more raspy. And like,
I mean, yeah, kind of. But I was thinking like
Kenshi's kind of like. How do I do Kenshi? He'd be like, sir, you know, he'd be like,
nah. Kenshi in MK1 is more relaxed,
like more breathy.
If anything, I'm almost trying to picture like Jeremy as you, as how I know you at least, into that universe. I'm like, I can definitely see you as Kenshi.
As Kenshi,
yeah, on some like with the sword type of thing, and you'd be into anime too, so you probably into that. I know,
the blindfold. And shit.
You know what I'm saying? I'm thinking more like I would probably be Cyrax.
Cyrax?
Yeah. Here's the thing, you didn't see me like that, but 2022, I guess I fully unlocked my dreads. You know what I mean? So I had dreadlocks. I had dreadlocks for like maybe like a year and some change. You know what I mean? So I was like, look, bro, I'm gonna be Cyrax. Just throwing bombs at people. Talk about yeah, you know what I mean? Low-key, hey, my favorite Cyrax character in game. Yeah. Character in game was MK9. He was broken, but it was really fun.
He was really fun.
But I guess most characters on MK9 was broken, but that's kind of fun, right?
I think MK9 was just like a Mortal Kombat where anyone was broken if you know how the mechanics work. Like,
that's true. But it's like I think games are not remembered for necessarily being balanced. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like, oh no, this is just a fun, silly, stupid, wacky game, but it was still fun for that. Yeah. You know what I mean? Exactly. Like nobody's like, yo, this is the most balanced, sports friendly.
No, no. We don't. Like people didn't care that much about meta back then, you know.
Yeah, not as much. That's what definitely because games back then was more like social. You know what I mean? Like growing up, like on Halo especially, it's like, bro, we had 4-player split screen. You invite your homies over, load up the Mountain Dew, load up the Doritos. It's like
exactly.
If you feel yourself, might get some pizza, but for the most part, we're doing that. You know what I'm saying? Obviously, you eat either before or after the game, but don't do between. Some people do between. Look, man, I'm not judging you, but your greasy controllers.
Yeah, your greasy
controllers you probably reflect a lot of bad decisions.
Exactly.
Leave it at that, you know what I'm saying? But
it's probably not been cleaned for a while, dog. You might want to like.
Yeah, definitely get that cleaned up. But look, the main point was games were definitely more social back then. So like we were just in there for the we had games, like that's crazy. You know what I mean? Now mind you, I still grew up on Xbox 360 originally. You know, so obviously my first console was PS2. How about you?
My first console was actually PS1.
Hold on now.
It was like the one. Are you talking about owned or played?
I mean, I did play a PS1. But owned was PS2.
Owned for me was PS1, but like played was the N64.
Man, what? Yeah. You tried that?
I tried.
That's actually kind of fire. That's kind of fire.
I tried Mario 64 on it, and then I also tried Mario Kart. Like the original Mario Kart. I think it's Mario Kart 64 as well. I think it's called.
Probably, yeah.
But
probably.
That was like the first ever console I ever tried.
Which is fire. That's a good start.
Yeah. I played a few games on it because a childhood friend of mine had one. And then eventually my parents got us a PS1, so we used to that was like the first ever console we owned.
Okay, remind me, because I don't have one. I played one, but I didn't have one. So the PS1 controller didn't have the joystick.
No, they didn't.
Right?
It was just purely the D-pad and
the buttons. And then the face buttons. Yeah. That's true.
I think they only started having the analogs on the PS2.
PS2 onwards, I never.
Yeah. But technically, was the PS2 first before the PSP?
I don't got the PlayStation history timeline correct in my knowledge.
Because I think I'm not exactly sure how it goes.
I think the PSP was definitely after. Because it is like more compact technology. It's like, at the time,
okay, that makes
crazy.
Sense.
Think about it, because nowadays they have like Steam Decks and whatever, like Nintendo Switches and all that. You know what I'm saying? Well, back then it was like, bro, you had to. I mean, it wasn't as compact as they wanted to believe it is, but it's like it's still, you know what I'm saying, like a little. How would you describe it?
Actually, I would say it's pretty compact. I've had
compared to a PlayStation 2, because they had the fat one back then, and they had the Slim came out later. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, but I feel like a PSP was pretty damn compact for even
now
now.
that I think about it, I haven't held. Okay, I never owned one of those. I didn't have the luxury to have one of those in my presence. But I definitely had one of the homies bring it to school. Yo, bro, check this out. I had the Power Rangers game on it. I'm like, bro, what? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it was definitely compact, but what was kind of fire was the PS Vita.
The PS Vita.
Remember that?
Yeah, I remember that.
They had the touch screen on the back.
Yeah, they had the scrolling thing on the back. So if you played Uncharted, to climb you had to use the back thing.
See?
Yeah.
Immersion.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was.
It was definitely fun then.
Yeah, immersion. Yeah.
You just got that? It's fun. You got PS2 memory card? No, let me stop. which is crazy.
Holy. To remember those,
but the 8 megabytes will last you 20 games. Full saves.
Yeah, they would.
Insane.
8 megabytes can get you. That's if you play Steam or anything like that.
Not even Steam, bro. This file is bigger than that.
Yeah, this file is 100%.
Like this recorded file, not even the video. We're not talking about that. It's gonna be a couple gigabytes. Yeah. This is bro. I remember a bougie homie. He kind of invited us to his house, and he had the 16 on the what's it, the memory card. I'm like, bro, what world do you live in? How you get this? You know what I mean? How did you come across the treasure type of thing?
Damn.
He had a 60 megabyte memory card on the PS2. I was like, bro, you bought this from Japan?
Where did you get that? Yeah.
Because it was a lot of low key bootleg, I guess, gadgets and technologies back then, especially in Saudi Arabia. We get the fake CDs for 10. 10 reals is not that much. Probably less than $4-3.
Wait, you guys got it for 10?
Yeah, it was
on PS2. You could get a whole album filled with games for 10 ringgit.
Maybe that's now. I'm talking about back
in the heyday.
Back then. Back in the heyday.
Back in the heyday, it was $5 or $10 for a whole album filled with games, and it was 50 games.
Okay, maybe I was kind of bougie in my time. I'm not sure, but
yeah, maybe it was
experience.
Yeah.
It wasn't that expensive to get a CD, right? So
yeah.
What am I going with this, man? Yeah, PS2 was a good time. If anything,
PS2 was a good time.
Let's play about this. So basically, okay, are there any games now that you're looking forward to?
Any games now that I'm looking forward to?
Either you're playing now or you're looking forward to for them to be released.
Okay, I'll answer both of it. So
go ahead.
that I'm playing right now, I'm currently playing Warframe. It's it's kind of, I don't know how to describe it to people who don't play Warframe. It's generally one of the most
MMO RPG,
third
person shooter.
Yeah, Space Ninjas
type thing.
Yes.
If you play Destiny, you probably have an idea what that is.
Yeah, exactly. If you have, I actually just had a debate with Adam. You know Adam, right?
Oh yeah.
We had a debate recently about which was harder, Destiny 2 or
harder for what?
In terms of difficulty,
That's
Destiny
it?
2 or Warframe. Yeah.
Man, I should have better requirements, I guess. I don't know. I feel like there's more into the game than just difficulty.
Yeah, there's so much more. But we were just talking about that. But anyways, right now, in terms of the games that I'm playing, I'm really into Warframe. I was playing Marvel Rivals for a bit, but I don't know, it got redundant because I feel games like Valorant, Overwatch, Marvel Rivals, eventually it's the kind of game where you play with your friends for 2-3 weeks nonstop, and then after a while you're you know what, I'm gonna drop this and I'm just not gonna touch it for a while.
Yeah, I can see that. I mean, mind you, I did not even play games since the year started.
Right.
But I did kind of fold an MK11 on maybe March. I was I kind of pull up the game, whatever. I was I'm kind of low key nice. Let me, you know what I'm saying?
I'm kind of nice. Let me let me try myself.
Yeah. So all right. So any games that you're looking forward to?
That's coming out. That's
yeah. It's also okay if you don't have an answer.
I actually do. Ones that are coming out this year. Okay, well we have to get the elephant out of the room. Sure. GTA 6. Very much excited for that. Coming out next year. hope to God it's coming out next year.
Yeah, hey, bro, you never know with Rockstar, but go ahead.
Yeah, we never know. Like, who knows? They could delay it another year and then release gameplay trailer. But like, GTA 6 is definitely one of those games that I'm looking forward to. Another game that I'm looking forward to is The Witcher 4. The Witcher 4 got like a trailer recently at Summer Games Fest, I think, or State of Play. I don't remember which
hey man,
gaming thing.
it doesn't really matter. Anyway,
yeah, but like it got
showcased somewhere.
It got showcased somewhere, and it looks really dope. Siri being the main protagonist.
Let me stop.
Siri, yeah, Siri. I don't know. I forgot how you pronounce it.
I've never played that game serious. I've seen it every here and there, but
it's really good. You should give it a try if you're into that kind of like aesthetic. A game that I want to get is Elden Ring Night Rain. It's basically Elden Ring but co-op.
Nice.
Yeah, it's Elden Ring but co-op, and there's a whole new map layout, and then it's kind of like they kind of flipped the game on its head and created something different from the like technology and world that they've already built. So I find that really interesting. Want to try that out. And then there's also another From Software game that they're coming out with. It's called Dustborn, I think, if I'm not mistaken.
Look, bro, I don't know. So whatever you're saying right now, either wrong or not, they're probably gonna get. Yo, this is wrong.
No, it's called Dustblood. Yeah,
okay,
it's called Dustblood. Only annoying thing is that it's exclusive to Nintendo. So, yeah.
I'm not buying no Switch for that. I'll be honest with you.
You don't like the Switch?
Yeah, it's alright.
Really?
Because like, okay,
I feel like the Switch is like the modern day PSP or PSV.
Yeah, basically,
Yeah,
but it's not okay. Like, I was kind of hot on the Game Boy for a little bit, but that's a bit before, right? The PSP or whatever is like, it was cool, but I never owned it. I was like, it's alright. Didn't really intrigue me as much. You know what I mean? It didn't intrigue me as much. I always liked the fact of having an actual controller instead of the integrated like screen controller setup. I'm not a fan of that. I like the actual thing, like, you know what I'm saying?
Me too, but like, I don't know. There's something so satisfying and also kind of aesthetic in a way about like a PSP. I know it's so. I guess for me, maybe it's just nostalgia.
Yeah, like, maybe you have a different experience with, or like, okay, around that time when it was released, you probably like the idea of like, yo, bro, this is a computer in my pocket, and I can play my games. What?
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Exactly. And I played like so many games from it. I played like GTA, Vice City Stories. I played like Manhunt.
Hold on, did you have a PSP growing up?
Did I have a PSP growing up? Yeah, I had two.
That makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. I had two growing up. One was my brother's that he gave me, and then I had another one that my dad bought for me, right?
That's what's up, bro.
Yeah, but I had like one of the PSPs I actually ended up giving to my cousin in the Philippines because he really wanted it, and like I figured, okay, I'm already getting a PS3 when I go back home. I was like, you know what, might as well give him the PSP.
That's what's up, right? Yeah. Hey man,
hook the homie up.
That's what's up, bro. Shout out. I bet you was happy for like a couple years after that.
Yeah, he was definitely happy because he's been like for a while. Like I remember when I would be back in Philippines, when I would be kind of out and about doing something, I'd leave my PSP in the house, and if he didn't come to that thing, I know for a fact he picked that
on there playing.
Yeah, he was on there playing like GTA or like some game. Yeah.
But see, look, man. Basically after knowing this, 100% like makes way more sense that you like the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah,
just probably just improved like graphics and everything else improved from the PlayStation. What's the other P for? Because PS is PlayStation. What's the other P for?
Portable PlayStation.
You making that up, huh?
I think it's like portable PlayStation. Dude, I won't lie. I'm gonna just be honest with you. The other P, like because of the child in me, I was just thinking penis.
I'm gonna cut this part out. I put like a little subtitle. Like PS, whatever. Anyway.
PS, whatever. Future Miko.
Mind you.
Put the actual PSP subtitles
it's fine.
right there.
Matter of fact, it's fine. Anyway, look. I'm not actually excited about GTA 6.
Really? Why not?
Nah. This is probably, bro, like, okay, all the older folks talk about this is not gonna be good for the kids. I kind of fall in that a little bit.
Really?
Yeah, because GTA 6 is like, look, bro, your life isn't interesting enough. Play this. You know what I mean?
I kind of get that, but like, no one that is buying GTA 6 is now a kid. If you think about it, everyone that bought,
hey, bro, you be surprised the Gen Alpha people.
That's true, but then like I mean, obviously there's gonna be kids that still buy it, right? But like,
But I'm saying, yeah, go ahead.
but like I feel like during the era of GTA 5, there was a lot more people growing up, and like pre-teens or like early teens that were buying GTA 5.
Yeah, early teens is the point. Yeah.
Yeah, but like GTA 6 coming around, like pretty much everyone in that era that would be into GTA and whatnot is all grown up, and I feel like the new generation, especially, I don't know, I feel like GTA wouldn't exactly be their cup of tea, because from what we see, they're into stuff like Fortnite.
Nah, bro, you'd be surprised because okay, look, you keep talking about okay when GTA 5 came out, it was like what 2012, 2013.
Yeah,
around that time, right? I was either 11 or 12, right, when I started playing that game. Way too young to be playing that game. You get what I'm saying? And the things we could have done on there was like, bro, what? You get what I'm saying?
Kill people.
So now that wasn't even the crazy part. I'm just saying like the amount of
Strippers.
like the details that they go into the game.
Yeah.
It's like, bro, this is times 100 now with the graphics and the technology that you have nowadays.
Yeah.
So like imagine 11-year-old Jeremy, or I'm not sure how old you are, but I think we're somewhere in age. So imagine you being that age, 11 or 12, hopping on GTA 6 when it comes out.
I think that'd be
you
really
not gonna leave the house.
Yeah. I think that'd be really bad, honestly.
Yeah, you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's like, mind you, I'm probably gonna play the game here and there, but I'm not gonna invest my life into it because I understand. Like,
I'm like such an opposite because I've been waiting for this game.
Oh no, I remember.
Yeah.
When the year started, I asked you, yo, what are your goals for the year?
Oh yeah.
I'm getting apartments, PS5, GTA 6. I was like, at least this man knows what he wants. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, okay, for those out there, me and Miko have talked about like our goals for the year and whatnot. And one of my goals for the year is basically, it's so dumb to say.
Did I
this
miss
on the
something?
record.
I feel like I got them all.
It's basically what Miko said. So one of them being like get an apartment, have like financial freedom. Well, not freedom, but more so security to like have time to do what I want and still earn money without spending that much time with working. And like, you know, having all my life together by that point and having a PS5. That one's really important. So just so I can have so much free time that I can block out 2 weeks of my month just so I can no life GTA 6. Because I've been waiting ages for that game. I feel like a lot of people out there are going to be doing the same thing.
You're not wrong. But I was kind of just like voicing a concern from somebody who's like 20 or 20s at this point. It's like, bro, if you... Because I promise you, GTA 5 is still being played heavily to this day.
Yeah,
and it came out like a good 12, if not more years ago.
It came out.
Because I'm not sure either 2015 or 2013 and 12. Anyway.
Yeah, it came out like
the point is, you can probably imagine like somebody blinking and then 3 years passed and they've been playing on GTA for that.
Oh yeah, 100%.
And if not till now, you know what I mean? Because if I'm not mistaken, the game like evolved into like role playing and servers and it becomes almost like an exclusive club if you know. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So from there, I'm talking about. GTA 6 is gonna have everything that GTA 5 had plus everything
more,
else because they had all this time to work on it, right? So now the technology evolved and all these things like it's like, bro, man, you're gonna sink your life.
You're gonna be sinking a lot of hours.
That's lucky. Like, okay, maybe my concern is not necessarily well placed, but I'm just coming from the angle of, look, maybe because I'm a different stage in life. It's like I don't really have the time to afford this luxury. You know what I mean? Even though I might want to. And that's probably the easiest, like, yo, man, desire? Yeah, GTA 6, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's like, you don't have to follow desires and everything in life because that leads you down a bad path.
I fully agree. But, like, I feel like if you've worked hard enough to earn that free time and that luxury of being able to choose your free time, I feel like, because everyone has different ways of, like, wanting to pamper themselves, right? Some people go shopping. Some people out there, like, go drinking or whatnot, right? Some people out there, like...
No, man, astaghfirullah. What are you talking about?
Some people out there, they spend time with friends and whatnot, and then some people, like, I guess more like if we're trying to like not put people in like certain classes, but more so like assume. Usually, more introverted people like to pamper themselves by playing like spending more time in games, right?
I mean, yeah, but sure, I understand fully that everybody that can make like a living off that game. Yeah, they're gonna feed generations off the GTA 6.
Yeah,
I get that part. There's no issue in that. If anything, get your money for sure.
Right.
It's like you're already making money working / playing games. So this is just like feeding the machine in a sense. You know what I mean? That's cool. But it's like for the average person that, hey man, I'm just like, I guess, okay, I'm free 2 weeks of my month just to sink that into GTA 6. It's like, bruh, like, damn, my nigga, like, are you okay? You get what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not even on some like, this is the video game authority here. Not that. I'm more thinking to myself like, bro, it's almost concerning the amount of time people are just willing to throw away, right? Just to play Grand Theft Auto. It's like, bro, GTA 5 been around for a long time.
It's been around for
and it's not slowing down anytime soon.
Wow.
So when GTA 6 come out, I'm obviously expecting some server troubles from
there's
the number of people trying to be on it. You know what I mean?
I feel like the first day is probably going to be millions of people on.
I'm expecting a couple of crashes.
I'm expecting
like lightly.
Yeah, I'm expecting like basically what happened with Cyberpunk, but like way worse.
Cyberpunk is gonna be like a scratch compared to GTA 6.
No, yeah, like in terms of
it was hyped, but bro, GTA 6 is like people already bought the pre-orders. You know what I'm saying? It's been a decade and then some. So it's like, when that game come out, it's gonna be crazy.
It is actually.
I'm trying to avoid all that crazy. I'll be honest with you. Now, if you catch me on that game, you might have to call me out. Fair enough.
No, I won't call you out. I won't call you out. I think that would be a really bad thing as a friend for me to do. Instead, what I'll do is I'll just like,
yo, bro, invite me.
No. Actually, what I'm gonna do is like, hey, Miko. You remember when you said you weren't like gonna fall into GTA 6, right? And then I'm just gonna send you this part of the podcast with the
timestamp. For sure. Yo, man, remember this?
Remember this part?
It's like the
what you do now? Huh?
Yeah, like this you? Yeah, exactly. Which is fine. Look. Please hold me accountable because I actually want to. Because look, man, I know that amount of time I invent.
I'm not gonna hold you that accountable for it because it's like, okay, if you're spending like a week when the game first comes out, like that's just a week, you know. It's like, yeah, sure, you can be productive, but like,
bro, but just a week, that's a lot of time.
I mean, yeah, a week is a lot of time. Don't get me wrong, but like,
yeah,
I mean, with something,
go ahead.
With something like this, with something that's been hyped up for this long, I feel like sinking, like letting yourself go a little bit is like okay, but if you like start to over excessively do it, where it's like okay, it goes to a month to 2 months, then that's kind of an issue.
The line that you're drawing is not exactly where I stand, I suppose, because it's like what's being excessive? You said a week is just a week. That's a long time.
That's a long time, yeah. But I feel like a week is like enough time for you to be able to finish a game, get it done with.
You can finish it, but the GTA's thrill wasn't just a story. The story was the add-on. You know what I mean? Yeah. It's like what I get to do in the multiplayer was the thing that kept like a lot of people hooked.
Yeah, but I don't think GTA 6 is gonna have a multiplayer off the bat. I think they're gonna like have a multiplayer after some time because GTA Online only came out a few months after GTA 5 dropped.
Okay, maybe you have a better memory of this, but
yeah,
it could potentially be a different case because they had all this time to finish it, right?
It's the same thing.
You never know, but you're right. It could like okay, so here's the story. And then maybe like a couple months after, here's the servers, everything. That actually could be a better way of doing it.
Yeah, I think that's
like okay, if they not to cut you off, but once they understand, okay, so this game sold, let's say 200 million, for example. It's probably not even that number, probably higher. Anyway,
no way it's
anyway. So they sold that much, right? So they have an idea. Okay, we need servers to be able to handle these many users. In case, obviously, not every single person that purchased the game gonna hop on the online server,
right?
But in case it does. That we have like obviously enough like service to handle that kind of usage, I suppose.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah.
So what you're saying?
I guess I was saying more so like I think with even Red Dead Redemption 2, they had the same thing where they released the base game first, and then after a few months had passed by, that's when they dropped Red Dead Online.
Right, I see what you're saying.
So I think GTA 6 is going to be more so like that because like if they drop online right away, I guarantee you no one's going to be having a good time because like imagine on day one there is GTA 6 and GTA Online. No one's even going to be able to get into a server because like it's going to just crash. Yeah,
you do bring up a fair point. That's true.
Yeah, like but because GTA 5 had that issue. GTA 5 had that issues with just expansions, you know, like with like certain like updates that they would have like the veterans out there will know. I don't know if you would know as well, but like we called it the cloud servers.
Look, I didn't play GTA Online like that. So.
I played GTA Online a lot, so we used to call it the cloud servers, and the reason why we called it that is because you would be waiting just to get into a session, and all you would be staring at is the clouds just moving by. Because GTA,
that's funny.
Because in GTA 5, when like you switch characters,
exactly.
The loading screen is like zooming out all the way until you see the clouds, right?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. So all you do is just stare at the cloud servers. Oh yeah, cloud servers. You know?
I get it. That's very funny.
Yeah.
But I think because we're talking about this, not necessarily. Okay. The main point I was trying to make, the level of concern that I guess I'm raising towards the, I guess like okay, look, the amount of wastage is gonna come from that game, right? And it's like, look, bro, you gonna stunt whatever growth you're trying to make in your life because you're gonna probably fall victim to the GTA 6 hurt, I suppose. You get what I mean? Now, mind you, maybe like I'm overreacting in a sense, and maybe it's not that deep. You can do whatever you want. It's your life. But I'm just saying, like, I guess for me, I'm not trying to be on that timing. You get what I mean?
Right.
So
but
I'll just leave it at that.
But like, take it this way. What if you can turn that unproductivity into productivity? Think of it as
playing GTA 6.
Like, yeah, like basically what I mean by that is like, what if you make content regarding it? You know, what if you make content regarding it? So it's like, oh, okay, I'm already like, I'm already like playing this game. I might as well record myself or like stream, right?
That's true, but still, okay. Now, here I have to ask you a question just to, I guess, make a callback. Now, are you doing this for the love of the game, or just because this is gonna be like a might as well? Oh my god! Oh, a few numbers here and there bump just because the game is really hot.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I mean, I think you could be doing it for the love of the game as well, because when it comes to streaming, it's a little bit more different. Because streaming, part of the enjoyment about streaming is that you have other people watching you live, right? So it feels like
it's more interactive. For sure.
Yeah, it's more interactive, and in general, like one of my favorite things about seeing Twitch streams, I don't really watch Twitch streams like that, but like I see clips and whatnot, right? Yeah. One of the things I like about it is like the chat's interaction with the streamer itself. It makes for like a really funny on like live back and forth. I think that's what makes it so enjoyable. So if I were to play GTA 6 at that point, I think I'd stream it 100%. Like I'd stream it and then just like get feedback from people, or like, you know, like banter and whatnot. Like maybe some, I don't know, some scene where some baddie walks by the screen on a cutscene, and then it's just the chat going like crazy on it, and then I just laugh.
This is not the best example of entertainment.
That's not even the best example. I guess
I get what you're saying.
Yeah.
I guess it's more of a me thing. Like, right. I'm not trying to be on that. I'll be honest with you. So I guess maybe I want for people, I kind of want for myself. You know what I mean? Because I think that at least the past couple months for me been like, obviously the year turned out how it did last year. I was okay for everything. You know, obviously a couple losses here and there, but like the way I'm trying to operate right now is not like, it's not gonna be inclusive of, oh yo, you can be in my circle willingly, and then, oh bro, I'm gonna check out what's gonna happen. What's up, bro? What you on? I'm gonna be on the GTA 6 for like 3 months. So then he's completely go blank. And then you're not gonna hear from him until further notice. It's like, goddamn, bro, like what happened to you?
I'm gonna be MIA for this.
I guess that's kind of a part of like the accountability thing. Is like, hey bro, hold me accountable if I hop on GTA 6.
Right.
Like, yo bro, so this you? You know what I mean?
Right here? Like podcasts, like timestamp, like 53 minutes 45 seconds type.
Exactly. So what's up with all the oh no, that's not me, bro, I'm not doing that, you know what I mean? Which is fine, it's fine. You can, hey look, I guess the whole point of life is kind of contradictions, so I get it, but it's like I'm gonna try my best not to do that, because I don't play games as much as I used to anymore, because like I'm slowly realizing the value of time, which is that it doesn't have a value. Right. Hey, hold up. That's deep right there. That's deep right there. Nah, I'm just kidding, but I don't play games like that anymore. I'm only playing MK11 and then maybe some chess. I
think if you want to be someone who's productive and also still enjoy games, I think the best type of games to play is party games, if that makes sense. Party games in the sense where it's like you invite people over, you play the game, you play for a few hours, and then when they leave, you kind of don't really touch the game that much.
I mean, I see that, because there's like more of like a social aspect.
It's more, it's more social aspect. I think that's why I also want to own like a PS5 in the future, because like I like the idea of a PS5, bro. It's fine. I mean, I want to, but like at the same time, if I told you the games that I want to get besides GTA 6 when it eventually comes out, right? Yeah. The type of games I want to get is very like invite your friends over centric. So it's stuff like Overcooked. So Overcooked is that cute little game where it's like a top down, and then like you have to like basically cook, and you're chefs and you have to throw ingredients, and it's like it's a party game, you know? It's really fun. Then there's also games like fighting games, for example, Tekken and
Mortal Kombat. Hold on now. Because if you're trying to be accountable, I'm gonna tell you right now that it's gonna take me a while to let go of MK. Now I've been kind of cool on the slowing down thing, because I'm not really playing that 7 hours, 8 hours a day. I'm not doing that no more. You get what I'm saying? But I do be hopping on there every now and then, like with the homies especially. Talk about party games. Yeah, bro, come through. What's up? Oh, like, we're gonna catch this fade.
We're gonna catch this fade. Yeah. Come through. Yeah, if you're trying to get some smoke up on you.
Yeah, I guess I'm trying to like not waste as much time as I used to do, especially as a young man. Yeah, being 24 and
dude.
But yeah,
I can't even imagine like what how do I say this, like that realization you have of like, shit, I'm 24 now, and I'm like, I'm
realization,
huh? No, I feel like no, because like I feel like life kind of hits you at different times when it comes to like your age. Like for me, for example, I'm turning 22 in actually 2 weeks.
That's what's up, bro.
I'm turning it. I'm turning 22 in like 2 weeks. Well, technically less than 2 weeks, but yeah. But I feel like life for me, it really gave me a really big reminder of like, Jeremy, you're 21 now. So
what did that mean to you?
What do you mean by what it means to me?
Like when you had the like kind of not reality check, but when you kind of when you thought that through, like, okay, Jeremy, you're 21 now. What did that mean to you?
I meant like, well,
you're getting older.
I meant like, yeah, I'm getting older, and at the same time, it felt like it made me appreciate and value time a lot more, because it's like one of the things that I like saying is like,
okay, look, I'm not like trying to cut you off again, but like it's just kind of funny hearing you say this based on the, hey bro, I'm gonna put on 2 weeks from my month with the GK title.
No, 100%. Hey, but hey, those 2 weeks are calculated.
Now hold on a second. I'm gonna have to send you. I'm gonna have to send this part of the podcast. Yo, this you? Go ahead. Complete. But you said you're trying to value your time more.
Yeah, I'm trying. The contradictions is crazy. Like, but I'm trying to value my time a lot more. And one of the things that I like saying to my friends, it's probably a quote out there. I don't know. I didn't make it. I'm not claiming I made it. It's just that it's one thing.
Say it, bro.
I'm gonna say it.
Yeah, go ahead.
Go ahead, bro. So it goes something along the lines of like, yes, like, because a lot of people like saying to me that I'm young, right? It's like, oh, you're young, you still have a lot of time.
I don't like that. I don't like that sentiment.
I don't like that sentiment as well. So I always respond to them like, yeah, I'm young, and like, yes, I have time, but I'm not getting any younger, am I? You know, like,
yeah, but where are you going with this?
No, what I'm trying to say is basically like, yeah, you're
not getting any younger.
You're not getting any younger, and at the same time, while you do have a lot of time is ticking. You know.
Yeah, bro. Look. Like this is probably gonna sound morbid to some folk, but it's like you take life for granted.
Exactly.
As much as people like to point out, oh, the average life expectancy. Who told you you're gonna make it for tomorrow?
Exactly. You know, like,
it's not a threat. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
like,
exactly.
Yeah, I'm just saying. Like,
damn, it sounds like a threat right now.
I mean, you get what I'm saying. Get all nervous. Body language. Hey man, why are you talking?
No, why talking to me?
No, but I'm just saying, like, because people like to say, oh yeah, now the average human lives to 100 or live to 90 or whatever the number may be. Bruh, who told you that? Like, who told you that's guaranteed for you? Like, okay, look, if you visit graves for whatever reason you have to, I mean, we have like a whole thing, but we'll get into that later.
Right.
I'm saying this though, if you visit graves, like we are told that it's in Islam to do, just to have a reminder of what actually matters, you look at these tombstones. People that are buried there, oh yeah, 2005, 2006, or if not younger and older. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So like you sitting here telling me, well, you know, the likeliness of me get hit by a car or dying is very low nowadays. I'm not saying the statistics are wrong, but I'm just saying that you don't know if you can wake up tomorrow. And you're trying to tell me that.
100%.
Yeah, but you're trying to tell me that, nah, brother, you can piss off the years in your 20s because you still have your 30s or 40s. Yeah,
exactly.
It's like, bro,
that's like saying like, okay, what if some unknown illness happens to you and then you don't know if that you have like a certain expectancy left to live? Like, right.
Like
not everyone.
Even that's not guaranteed.
Yeah.
Like you can go longer or like shorter, but the point is like, how you gonna sit here and talk about, hey, bro, you have your 20s to do whatever you want, and then 30s and 40s start getting it together. Yeah. It's like, bro, I'm trying to get it together now.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of I feel like a lot of people who are older, like maybe like they're in their late 20s, like to kind of like say that to a younger demographic, because
say what exactly, just to be clear.
Say like oh, you're still young, you have a lot of time, because like I feel like that's something that they kind of took for granted when they were younger.
Okay. Maybe that sounds like a projection form almost. Yeah. It's like, look, bro, I messed up a little bit, so you have enough time to mess up. Yeah. Which it's not entirely wrong, because when you're younger, you have, I guess, the freedom to make mistakes. It's fine. But you're trying to also be mindful of mistakes that can cause you, like, let's say, to get in debt for a couple of years. Like, you know what I mean? Exactly. Like, don't be taking out loans, talk about, oh, yeah, I'm gonna start a Cheetos business. Relax. Look into it further. Take more time. Reflect. You get what I'm saying? So, it's like, I'm more coming from the angle of, like, look, bro, you're basically living on borrowed time, and like you telling me your birthday is in 2 days or in 2 weeks, excuse me. It's like, well, I'm happy you made it that long, You get what I mean?
Yeah.
But I don't necessarily celebrate birthdays. It just don't make sense to me.
Right.
It's like, okay, imagine having like a currency, right? So you have 100, right?
Mhm.
So every time it ticks, it gets a little lower.
Yeah.
And people celebrate that the quantity is expiring. It's like, why would you celebrate a loss? You just lost a year. You're closer to death now than you were to life. It's like, yeah. See that face you just gave me?
That's actually quite interesting to think of.
That's actually a really that's the perspective, because like
that's a very interesting perspective.
People,
I never thought about it.
Look, you can obviously tell I don't be going to birthday parties for a lot of reasons outside even religion. But I'm saying this, like, people celebrate when they get, oh yeah, nigga, I'm 24 now. Oh, I'm 24 now, but I'm saying like, yeah, you know what I'm saying, like, whatever birthday come around, I was like, oh yeah, for sure, give me some presents. Like, bro, I can give a present at any time of the year. It's to show that I love you for the sake of Allah. So you want me now to just, oh yeah, bro, for this day make me feel special. Nah, bro, if I don't love you, I don't love you. I'm not gonna fake it for the day.
Right.
You know what I mean? Now, like I said, this does sound a little morbid. I'm looking back at it, just thinking, but it's like the truth of the matter is, you can't be taking stuff like this for granted.
Yeah.
And that face you gave me, not the first time I got, probably not the last. You know what I mean?
Yeah. But yeah, that's actually like such an interesting perspective to view, like, about birthdays, because like I never actually view it that way of like, okay, it's at 100, and then like, you know, each time each time there's a birthday that comes by, it goes lower and less of your, like, you're closer to death basically.
Yeah, the quantity is expiring.
Yeah. And like, so why are you celebrating it? So
yeah,
like,
that's my confusion.
Yeah. That's a very interesting perspective. I never thought about it that way. But I guess the way I think about it is like, I mean, you can say the whole thing of like taking life for granted when it comes to like, oh yeah, you think you have that much time to live, but I feel like if you, I feel like the way I view birthdays is more so like, yeah, I'm glad I made it this far. I'm grateful. I'm grateful for every single thing that's happened up to me, like to me, and like up until this point. And I hope for many more blessings from the universe and from God to like grace me as I keep going on. I feel like that's just how I view birthdays. I don't exactly celebrate it. I celebrate it for other people, like, but because like, you know, I guess it's just kind of like a fun thing, like amongst friends, you know. I don't know. I guess it's just like there's just something about birthdays that's just like wholesome, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I was about to say, I mean, obviously this is probably like the fun of the conversation, but the contrast between your answer and mine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, look, bro.
It's like quite literally the others, like it's like two sides of a coin.
Exactly. It's not even coincidence. Look, I'm wearing full black right now, and you're wearing more gray.
Yeah, exactly.
On the light side, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Which is cool. Like, look. Obviously, enjoy, have fun along the journey, but don't be stopping too much and looking around too much and like losing focus on what really matters.
Yeah,
you get what I mean?
Of course.
So, like I said, I don't be getting invited to birthday parties for a reason, and I'll be looking at that like I don't flinch at it. But people be like, oh, it's like a social thing because like the gathering.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, bro, if you listen to this, don't invite me to no birthday parties. You know, bro, that's goofy, bro. I don't kick it. You know what I mean?
Right.
If I know you want something, I'll get you that and keep it pushing. But I'm not gonna rap it for you. All the extra work. Oh yeah, what is it? I know exactly what you want. You said it once. Come on, bro. You know what I mean? Like, skip the formalities, bro. Get to it. You know what I'm talking about?
I'm gonna say on the podcast, on the record right now. Hey, Miko, I want a PS5.
This guy trying to sneak it in. Like, yeah, for sure.
So, yeah, I want a PS5. You don't gotta rap it for me. It's alright.
Yeah, good try though. Good try.
Yeah,
so yeah, man. Look, I know, man. It's been a cool like 2 hours and 30. How you feeling?
I'm feeling like
hungry.
I feel hungry.
I ain't gonna lie, bro. All this talking.
All this talking's getting me hungry and thirsty. Yeah.
That's fair.
But I feel like
go ahead.
I feel like we've delved into most topics that like
I mean, we'll see how this looks like in edit, because it's gonna take me a while to go through this. I have like 3 more episodes I need to finish before I get to this one. So I was like, look, bro, I already finished the first one, almost finished the first one, but yeah, I'm gonna take a while, man. But all right, look. Anything you want to shout out or anything you want to leave the people with before we end this episode?
First I'd like to shout out my Instagram.
Yeah, not for sure.
It's just like down there. Trying to start a YouTube channel as well, kind of like basically. I'm trying to make like these projects, like I'm trying to make like the projects I have on my Instagram, but like instead on my YouTube page, and more so for me. So it's like a vlog style documentary.
What's up, Panda?
Yeah, Panda down here.
Yeah,
it's Miko's cat.
Yeah.
And I guess if I were to leave everyone on the send off, I would say majority of our conversation here has genuinely been about like finding a balance between like, you know, what you have to do with your life, and also
I just kind of goofing around
and goofing around, yeah, and like being
definitely
creative and
balance to it.
whatnot.
Yeah, it's definitely balance to it for sure.
So if ever at all like you're thinking about, you know, starting something, just like do it. You know, just like just pick up the camera and start recording. Pick up your laptop and start editing. Pick up your pen and paper.
Your phone and start editing if you want to.
Yeah, your phone and start editing. Yeah, it doesn't have to be like, it can be anything. I mean, like we're literally like as me and Miko mentioned at the start of the episode, we have the most ratchet thing for a tripod.
That's crazy.
We have the most ratchet setup.
Yeah,
and the most scuffed setup for a tripod. But look where we are. We're still having a good time.
Yeah, having a good time for sure.
Yeah, we're still having a good time.
I better get some food after this for sure, though.
Yeah, and still managed to release this. So
okay, wait, hold on. The door's opening. Pause.
Yeah. What?
Because we're doing this. Yeah.
I needed help.
What happened?
It's locked inside.
Tayyip?
The door is locked inside, so I wanted you guys to try this, see if it works.
Where's your key?
Inside.
Again?
Yeah, it's too much.
Alright, bro. Look. Okay, we're gonna chop that last part up. I can see it here. So, I think.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what's up. Where you get that key from?
It's like an extra key Mr. Omar left.
That's what's up. That's what's up.
You can say what's up in the.
Yeah, this you right here.
You please follow me at Connie Hamdi _ on IG. Support my business, please.
All the shit getting cut out.
Every single bit.
Love you guys. Mwah.
This nigga trying to kiss him through the phone. Look, Soldier Boy out here. All right, look.
Soldier Boy out here.
All right, look. Okay, so wait. Just to get back on the sign off. I think. Okay, basically what Jeremy just said. In a wrap up, in a nutshell.
Yeah, like to wrap up, like what I said basically is just like, if there's anything that at all that you're thinking about doing for a while, just honestly just start it, because you never know how far it's gonna get you. You never know how far it's gonna get you until you just try it out. So just if I were to leave anyone on a send off, I'd leave it off on that.
Yeah, definitely. Look, man. Whatever you want to do, want to get into. Whatever skills you want to have, just go ahead and go for it. I'm a big believer of you having everything that you need in order to just start.
Yeah.
Actually start, you know what I mean? Don't wait any further, man.
Yeah, don't wait any further.
So with that being said, man, I'd like to thank you all for watching.
Thank you all so much for watching.
And have
subscribe to Miko's channel.
Relax, we don't do all that corny shit.
No, we're going to do a bit of that corny shit.
At Connie Hamdi _, please.
This part's getting cut out.
Please.
Don't worry, all that peeking, that's him.
Yeah,
so like I was saying, like I said, I love you, bro. But I'm saying this. Yeah, man. With that being said, I'd like to thank y'all for listening or watching.
Yeah, thank you all so much for watching.
Have yourself a good rest of the day or phenomenal rest of your weekend.
Yeah, thank you again, Miko, for having me.
Yeah, man. Let's go make some food, bro.
Yeah, let's go make some food. See you guys.
That
was good.
Hey, man.
That was fun. I had like a lot of fun doing that.
Hey, bro. Honestly, I just enjoy talking to you sometimes.
Yeah, me too.